Good day everyone, for today's agenda. Service blueprinting. Service mapping. Service blueprint components. Building a blueprinting. Hotel service blueprint. Application of service blueprints. Blueprints can be used by. Benefits of blueprinting. Physical evidence. Elements of physical evidence. Examples of physical evidence from the customer point of view. Types of Servicescapes. Roles of the Servicescapes. And guidelines for the physical evidence strategy. Without further ado, let's get started.
Linshaw Stock was the first to develop service blueprint in 1982, and it was later popularized, resulting in it being a profession. The service blueprint examines all physical and digital exchanges that support the customer engagements and add further depth to the mix. Blueprinting or service mapping is a method for continuously assessing the entire service process, sites of customer interaction, and finally the documentation of the performance from the customer's perspective. These are the most frequent details seen in a service blueprint. The blueprint is typically depicted as a diagram with swim lanes. Each lane is attributed to a distinct category, including interactions between the lanes, by using arrows to represent the flow of work.
5 components of service blueprint. First, customer action. It includes all the steps a customer takes during the service delivery process. Second, on-stage contact employee action, where the actions of the employee are visible. Third, backstage contact employee action, where the interactions are not visible by the customers. Fourth, the support process, where it was the critical one. And lastly, physical evidence of the service. Building a service blueprint. Step 1. Identify the service process to be blueprinted. Step 2. Identify the customer segments. Step 3 and 4. Map on-stage and backstage contact employee actions. Step 5. Link contact activities to needed support functions. Step 6. Add physical evidence of the service at each customer action. And finally, add the physical evidence to the map.
So here we have an example of hotel service blueprint wherein it includes the physical evidence, customer actions, on-stage contact, backstage contact, and support access. This is what happens behind the service blueprint. To discuss their coordination or process, here's an example. When the customer gives their bag to bell person, it will fall onto the customer actions. And then the bell person greets and then take the bag where it serves as on-stage contact. And lastly, they take the bag to the room that will fall onto the backstage contact.
Now, let's talk about application of service blueprint. A firm can apply it when there is a new service development, like concept development or market testing. And this is a way to test multiple marketing scenarios and select the most promising for expansion. Also, a business can apply a service blueprint when supporting a zero defects culture, like when we talk about managing reliability or identifying empowerment issues. The idea here is you can increase profits both by eliminating the cost of failure and increasing revenues through increased customer satisfaction. Also, it can be applied for service recovery strategies, like when you want to identify service problems or conducting root cause analysis or modifying processes. Remember, if you want to build a service blueprint, be aware that it requires time and effort to maintain, and this must be properly accounted for in your team's capacity.
Blueprints can be used by first service marketers. Service marketing is a broad category of marketing strategies focused on selling anything that is not a physical product. This includes everything from personal services like medical care and spa treatments or rentals. Second is the operation management. It is an area of management concerned with designing and controlling the process of production and redesigning business operation. Third one is human resources. They are the one who empower the human element. They are in charge with finding, screening, recruiting, and training job applicants. Lastly is the system technology. It is oriented to application organization and overall capability requirements, providing system requirements and system integration. Here are the benefits of the service blueprints. It provides an organization with a full understanding of its services as well as the underlying resources and processes that enables it. Blueprints are treasure maps that help businesses discover their weaknesses. In the same way, blueprints help identify opportunities. Also, it clarifies elements of the service, shows the sequence of delivery, and identifies likely failed points. Blueprinting is most useful when coordinating complex service because it bridges cross-department efforts.
Physical evidence, the environment in which the service is delivered and where the firm and the customers interact, and any tangible commodities that facilitate performance or communication of the service. There are elements of physical evidence. Servicescape, under of these are facility exterior. There are examples of these like exterior signage, parking, landscape, surrounding environment. Next one is facility interior. Example of this is interior designer, equipment, signage, layout, air quality, and sounds. Other one is other tangibles, business cards, stationery, reports, employee address, web pages, and others.
Examples of physical evidence from the customer's point of view. For hospital, we have building exterior, parking signs, waiting area, admissions office, patient care room, medical equipment, and recovery room. And for other tangibles, we have uniforms, report or stationery, and billing statements. And for airlines, we have airline gate area, airplane exterior, airplane interior, such as decor, seats, and air quality. And for other tangibles, we have tickets, food, and uniforms. For sporting event, we have parking, seating, restrooms, stadium exterior, ticketing area, concession areas, entrance, and playing field. And for other tangibles, we have signs, tickets, program, and uniforms.
There are three types of servicescapes. The first one is a self-service environment. From the word itself, self-service, there are few employees and the customers are the one who will do the activities. One of the examples of these are ATM, movie theaters, and computer shops. You use self-service environment because it is very easy to use and you don't need a lot of help from the employees. The next one is a remote service. In this one, there is no customers involvement at all. The business and companies do this so they can reach a lot of customers even they are in another country. Example of these are BPO companies, editors, and a lot more. The last one is different from the two, which is interpersonal services. On this environment, both customers and employees are involved, which are the hotels, restaurants, salon, and a lot more.
There are 4 types of roles in Servicescape. First is package. With this, it conveys the expectation and the product can easily recognize. It acts as a visual metaphor for a specific image. Next is the facilitator. It provides information, creates a good flow of service delivery process, and makes the atmosphere more pleasurable for customers. Another role is socializer. This is about the interaction between the consumer and employee. Last is the differentiator. It is a way to separate the ideas and design of the company from competitors as well as the thoughts of consumers and help to create an attractive new segment. Guidelines for physical evidence strategy. First, recognize the strategic impact of physical evidence. Second, map the physical evidence of service. Third, clarify the roles of Servicescape. Fourth, access and identify the physical evidence opportunities. Fifth, be prepared to update and modernize evidence. Lastly, work cross-functionally. Strategy is important to make the business more appealing to consumer and also to reflect on how the business will be seen by the consumer.